your tackle box, man, is very impressive. You know, I mean, I gotta say, there's not a whole lot that you could do to improve that. I mean, with the amount of, you know, different lures and rubber worms and stuff you have, you pretty much got all the basics covered. You know, I mean, by the way, I love your channel, especially the one on the road-killed turtle. You know, you can't go wrong with turtle, period. Anyhow, I've lived in Florida, you know, all my life. I've fished for bass just about all over, you know, just about any place you could think of in the United States, and I've used all the different kind of top water, mid-level water, just about any kind of plug or lure you can think of. I've used it one time or another, and I'll tell you right now, my go-to, the one that every time I get frustrated with all that other stuff, is the rubber worm, period. The culprit, you know, just plain old rubber worm. And this particular one is my go-to worm. I catch more bass, more fish on this worm than any rubber worm I have. And the name of it is, it's calling it a baby eel. I don't know if you can see that. And it's kind of got a greenish belly. And it just, I'll put a picture up of some of the bass that I've caught with this worm. And you can get it in the 7.5 or the 10-inch worm. I use the 7.5 most of the time. The 10-inch, I just don't like the real long one. And then for early morning and late of an evening, especially around lily pads, I use the Stanley worm, or Stanley frog. This is an awesome little topwater bait. I just discovered these about a year ago and have caught a lot of nice bass on these. But if it's overcast or cloudy outside, early morning or an evening, during the afternoon, I haven't had very much luck with these Stanley frogs. But man, I just want to tell you, you've got all the basics covered. The red shad that you're using, that's another go-to worm. I've caught a lot of fish on that and the purple. But this worm here, it seems like no matter where I go in the United States, this worm will catch me fish. And I usually take a rattle, and I'll stick a worm rattle in the tail end, the thickest part of the tail, and then I'll Texas rig it and fish it on the bottom. Alright, buddy. Well, I hope that helps some. I really don't know what else that I could tell you to get, because, I mean, man, you have a nice little setup going on right now. And there's pretty much, you got all the bases covered. You know, I've spent, I don't know how many thousands of dollars on artificial bait. And these two right here are what I always go to. When I'm tired of fumbling around, changing lures, and messing with different fishing poles, I just go straight to these two, and one of these two will catch a fish. Well, buddy, I hope this helps, and I don't know how they catch them over in Korea, but I'm assuming if their fish over there are from here, they're going to like the same stuff these guys like. Anyhow, you have any comments and questions, brother, just put them below, and I'll be more than happy to answer them, and coop out.